Welcome to another episode of Solitaryism, and I'm Robert Bitto, your host. Today I'm going to talk about a topic that I've seen here and there on social media, and the title of this video is, "But I don't have anything to offer anyone." Now, in what context do we see that? Some people are single, young guys especially, and they're trying their best, they're working hard, and they feel like they're going nowhere. And that's very common these days, especially in the under 30 crowd. And when they're asked by older people when they're going to get married, settle down, do the whole thing, people either internalize this idea or they vocalize it and say, "But I don't have anything to offer anyone." And I've seen that, like I said, here and there on social media. And one comment comes to mind from a certain Black Pill channel that I used to follow until he blocked me. Oh, I don't know, because I think I was upstaging him in the comments section or something. I don't know. People have fragile egos online. But there was a comment to a video from a young guy who said, "You know what, I'm almost 30 and I live in a studio apartment in a big city and I have a dead-end job and I come home exhausted and I just don't have anything to offer anyone. I'm boring and I'm broke." He went into this whole thing, and he also said something very interesting. He said, "My ancestors had land and titles and a respected name. I have nothing." And I thought, wow, that's pretty profound. Yeah. You know, times really have changed, haven't they? And the comments under his comment were pretty sad. They all were saying things like, "Oh, you need therapy. Don't be so down. You have a lot to offer, blah, blah, blah." The same coddling garbage that you hear from a lot of people when it comes to things like this. Now, go see a therapist, or the simplistic advice for simps and incels that you always hear. Go to the gym, get a good haircut, clean your room, buy some decent clothes, that sort of thing. But what he said, especially the last part, was very interesting. My ancestors had titles and land and a respectable name, and I don't have anything like that. And you would think, well, those were the times of yore, and those sort of things don't matter anymore. Well, I would argue that they matter even more than they used to in the past. You've seen those TikToks and those shorts and those reels, man on the street interviews of young women. What's the minimum cost of a ring that he should buy you? What's his minimum salary? And you have these women who, you know, I don't know what they're bringing to the table. I guess a lot of them would say, "Me." I'm not impressed with a lot of these people, but they always have these expectations. Oh yeah, minimum he needs to be making $125,000. My ring should cost $45,000. You should have this car. He should already have a house by the time he's 30, and all of these unrealistic expectations. And we live in the land of unrealistic expectations. You know it. I know it. We've seen it. It's been around for years. And so the pieces of advice that people were giving this young guy, you know, along those lines of clean up your room. Oh, you sound depressed. Go see a therapist. Yeah, the guy said he was broke. How is he going to afford therapy? But all of that trite advice people were giving him, it was pretty standard. But in the context of this channel, in the context of solitaryism, I say, good for you for realizing this. You don't have anything to offer these people. Great. That's a great first step. That's a great first step for your new life. Once you realize you don't have anything to offer other people, then you start to take other people out of the picture of your life. What should you care? If you're a self-contained person, what should you care what some bimbo on the street, you know, getting all gussied up and getting ready to go to a club, what do you care what she thinks about how much income you should have? Oh, so you have nothing to offer anyone. Great. Good starting point. Good starting point to go inward and to reject that which you do not belong to, which is this sick society. Yeah, you don't have land, you don't have titles, you don't have a name. You still have yourself. And you can make your life a really good life if you just cut all this stuff out of it. So I would not advocate to that person to get therapy for feeling that they don't have anything to offer anybody. I say it's a great first step. Go inward. That's your next step. So don't be discouraged if you don't have anything to offer anyone. So other people think you're boring, other people call you a brokey or whatever. Who cares? You don't need them. Just go inward. This is your first step. That's all I wanted to say about this. Thank you once again for watching, and remember to be happy alone.